Hey, thanks for coming by Tory Magoo 44. It is June 19th. The month is moving along, my birthday month, and Tommy's. Okay, cool. So anyway, we had a fabulous Sea Org, Sea Org Day here in Los Angeles, and I think many people did too. Anonymous has asked me various different things. One of them is, do I think it matters regarding the numbers, and are they effective? Okay, first and foremost, absolutely, you guys are effective. And I'll tell you why. It's like Scientology, as you've seen, they don't know how to handle you guys. They just don't. They're not up to speed. They're not on the internet, really. I mean, believe it or not, they're not. I mean, I've talked to some people know people who are inside, and they still don't really read the internet. They can't. If you think about it, if they read the internet, they would know the truth, wouldn't they? If they know the truth, they're probably not going to stay inside Scientology, because it is, like the Truman Show, very much where you cannot see the walls as long as you're inside of it. So the internet, the very beginning, where a lot of people, I just talked to someone who said, oh yeah, the beginning of all this started with Bob Minton. And to many people on the internet, it may seem like that because Bob Minton and Mark Bunker were the first guys to do videos about the picketing, right? Because of the internet being around. However, there were tons of people, I call them the old guard. They were like around before the internet for years, from the 80s, saying, no, we're not going to go along with even Hubbard. They were like people who went, forget it, we're out of here. As soon as he started getting flippy and brought in what's called the finance police, which was an insane time for anybody who was there. It was really insane. I mean, you want to think about Nazi Germany, it seriously and truly was. I mean, it was frightening. It was horrible. I can't believe I stayed when I think about it. I only stayed because of my allegiance to Hubbard, and that's all. That was it. But I didn't know he was running that. It sounded like somebody else was, but then later I found out, no, he was in on it. He knew it. He knew a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, he sent his own wife to jail. So these people that are like, out there, like Joel Phillips saying, I'm responsible for Religious Freedom Watch. Are you kidding me? I mean, it's a total slander website. It's just complete libel. It's written things about people that is not true. And then they've got this guy kind of hanging out there to dry, saying, oh, it's my site, which I know he hasn't even read it. So I know he doesn't really run it. They do, with his head on a pike, right? And that's kind of how they are. But with Anonymous coming out, like month after month, and now we're doing tons of flash raids, so those are like whenever, they don't know when they are. It's like very interesting for them. I would love to hear what's going on in the inside, because I know they have to keep the black PR coming, meaning they have to like put you guys down, make less of you, make people to think you're horrible, just like all their promo they have. It's kind of like people buy that for a while, but most of the time they go by an old Chinese saying, watch where the feet go. Meaning, somebody can say, I'm moving to Japan, I'm moving to Brazil, but if their feet are still here in Los Angeles, they didn't move, did they? Right? So it's kind of like, your actions speak louder than your words. So they can have their words about how we're this, and we said that, and the Chan does this. But if they see you out picketing peacefully and handing out your flyers and being, cool people and having fun, after a while, I mean, here in LA, the police are like, whatever, we're moving on. They don't care. Because they know we're picketing, it's all right, we got a right to picket. That's part of the Constitution. So you guys can keep calling the police and harassing them, but Anonymous, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And as far as the numbers, first of all, it's summertime, so it's hot. So we started night raids because they're cooler, like later in the day, so they're just cooler. So we're not in the real hot sun. Secondly, don't worry about it. There's plenty of people. It's still doing excellently. People, and it's going to keep growing. It will keep growing. The more you keep doing it, the more it keeps growing. The more fun you have, the more people are going to come too. So just keep creating there, keep doing it. The guys that are doing it are having an excellent time. We are having some very fun times here in Los Angeles, and you'll see them. We've got some good things going. So the people that are doing what they're doing, excellent. And bring some friends, invite some people, let people know. Bring them on into it. Once they start showing about it and learning about it, they go, wait a minute, I think I'm going to come to this. I've talked to a lot of people who've come that way. And, they just watched some of my videos and started going, wow, I didn't know this about Scientology. come on to the pickets. You'll see. You get to see it in action. You get to see them in action, and that's always really fun. So thank you, Osa, for showing everybody exactly who you really are, because I know you guys hide it pretty well. But recently, thank you very much for showing all of Anonymous what we, the old guard, have been standing up against for a long time. And the old guard, I'll always thank, because they were there when they didn't have any support at all. They were really true warriors, and you know, they have a lot of battles from, you know, battle scars from it, but they've hung in there and they're doing great. So all of us are surviving. More people are leaving. If you don't know they're leaving, that's only because we can't say it. But more and more people are waking up. More and more people are leaving. More and more people are getting educated about Scientology. And thus, they're going, no thanks. You know, I'm not going to get out my checkbook and write my check to you. All right? So there you go. That's my little thing for today. Have a wonderful day. Have an excellent weekend. It's coming up. It's going to be very fun. All right? Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.